From Hotpoint, the pioneer and world leader in electric cooking, comes the world's first range that does every kind of cooking automatically. The remarkable new Hotpoint Golden Anniversary Super Automatic. Yes, it's here from Hotpoint, the most completely automatic range ever known. The world's first range that does all kinds of cooking automatically. It not only bakes automatically, it even boils automatically. Stews, fries, grills, French fries, and barbecues automatically.
Yes, with Hotpoint's new Rotogrill, you can even barbecue automatically. Just plug it in and presto. You can give chicken, ribs, and roasts that wonderful outdoor barbecued flavor right in your kitchen. Automatically.
Ruth, that automatic barbecue is marvelous. But, Mr. Smith, I've heard electric cooking isn't very fast.
Well, Hotpoint sure is. The fastest ever. Watch this. Just press a button, and instantly you're cooking at top speed.
Well, that's amazing.
Right. Not only is Hotpoint the most automatic of all ranges, Hotpoint is by far the fastest, too.
Oh, and look, Ruth, 2 ovens.
That's right. Hotpoint's giant automatic super oven, plus Hotpoint's automatic thrift oven. And both have full-size broilers, too.
What's that for, Mr. Smith?
Another great Hotpoint feature that lets you adjust your broiler shelf easily for charcoal-like professional broiling, regardless of the thickness of the meat. That's just part of the Hotpoint story. Why not get the rest soon at your Hotpoint dealers? Always look to Hotpoint. First with the finest for 50 years.
Next, you split the shrimp before dipping them in the batter. Important part of French frying is having fat at the right temperature for every batch you put in. We'll skip that. Then when...
Skip it, Mother?
Well, you can't regulate the temperature of fat.
I can with my new range. It has a built-in deep fat fryer with an automatic temperature control.
Really?
I just turn the dial to the temperature the recipe calls for, and that's all there is to it.
Well, that's something I never saw on a range before.
I know it, Mother. Only Hotpoint has this automatic built-in French fryer.
And come to think of it, I've never really had a good look at your new Hotpoint range. What does this mean, automatic griddle?
Mother, my Hotpoint has the most wonderful, easiest to clean griddle you ever saw. You just plug it in. See? And when it's not in use, you have all this work surface.
Looks like your answer to Jim's Sunday morning breakfast of pancakes.
It sure is. I can make 8 at a time.
Oh, say, look at the size of that oven.
I'll never forget last Thanksgiving, Mother. You trying to put that big turkey into your oven?
Yes.
This oven will hold that turkey plus all the trimmings. And look.
2 ovens.
Mm-hmm. That's my Hotpoint thrift oven.
Oh, 2 ovens? Golden griddle? French fryer? Oh, your father's been promising me a new range for years. I'm going to tell him Hotpoint.
See the great new 1954 Hotpoint electric ranges at your Hotpoint dealers soon. Hotpoint. Quality appliances at reasonable cost.
Hi, I'm Mary Medallion, the all-electric girl. One reason the trend is to Medallion electric homes is that they're so clean. Clean because they're flameless. Look for this Medallion when you buy a home. Available in all price ranges.
And now let's pause a moment and turn to our Westinghouse program again. Balancing act.
Watch it, look out. Oh, there it goes. But emptying messy drip pans is just part of your job when you're defrosting an old-fashioned refrigerator. First, you have to remove all the frozen foods, and then you have to chip or melt away all the frost. It's such a messy job, and so unnecessary, too, when you own this wonderful new Westinghouse refrigerator. It always keeps itself frost-free. Yes. Somebody's playing games. Well, ordinarily, it's completely automatic. There's never anything that you have to do. And the secret is inside here. Yes. I think he's left off the current. At any rate, inside, there is a magic counter button, and it's the sign of the frost-free system. You never have to worry about it. You never have to touch it. You never have to defrost the freezer or the refrigerator. And here's why. You see, there's a little magic counter button up here. And every time you open and close the door, a small amount of frost enters by the warm, moist air. And when the door has been opened and closed enough times, that is about 60 times, well, the magic counter button sends a signal that starts the frost-free system to work. You see, the door opens completely automatically. And it wipes every trace of frost away. Why, even the defrost water evaporates automatically. And you see this magic counter button? You never have to touch it. It does the whole job automatically. And here's something else. Ordinarily, you never have to touch this button here. You see? Just a touch of the elbow. Right, it does it. And the magic opener opens it for you. Believe me, that's mighty handy when your hands are full of food. And just look at all the room you have in this huge refrigerator. Now, this freeze chest holds up to 56 pounds of frozen food. That's a 2-week supply for the average family. And listen, your old refrigerator right now is worth a lot more than you think, and your dealer will give you a great big trading allowance on your old refrigerator when you buy any new Westinghouse. So see him tomorrow, won't you? And remember, you can be sure if it's Westinghouse.
Right now, something never before attempted on television. An amazing test of automatic washers right here in our studio. Here's Betty Furness with the trial of the washers.
Yes, tonight you're going to see a trial of 4 of America's leading automatic washers, including the Westinghouse laundromat, to see just how well they wash and rinse your clothes. These 4 ladies are 4 leading club women from the New York State and New York City Federation of Women's Clubs, and they're here to represent you, to make sure that each machine gets an absolutely fair trial. They are in no way connected with Westinghouse, its dealers, or its advertising agency. They are Mrs. Olin Grantham, Mrs. Kenneth Strayer, Mrs. Donald Naggs, and Mrs. Arthur Kramer. Now, ladies, would you each check the inside of your washer to make sure it's completely clean? And then next, you'll find beside you 6 white bath towels, 2 cups of dirty sand, and some detergent. Now, if you would load those towels into the machine, and as you do, shake each one out to make sure that it's clean. Of course, the ladies can see, and you can't, that 3 of these machines are the automatic center post agitator type of washers. Now, they're all brand new models, and they're all so well known that, in all fairness, we've masked them all. Of course, the 4th is the new Westinghouse laundromat with the revolving agitator. Towels all in, ladies? Oh, good. Now, would you toss in those 2 cups of dirty sand, and that will represent the heavy dirt that you find in so many of your clothes, and then toss in the detergent after that. And then, if you'll be good enough to close the washers. And when they're all closed, if you'll start them. All going? All going. Fine. Now, would you please all stand right by your washer until the full cycle is completed. And that way you, and you too, will be able to see exactly how well each washer gets that dirty sand out of the towels. Watch for the outcome at the end of the next act.
And now, back to our dramatic test of the washers in our live television studio and the verdict.
Earlier in the show, you saw the beginning of a trial of 3 center post agitator automatic washers and the new Westinghouse revolving agitator washer. Well, now each of these machines has finished its wash and rinse cycle, and our 4 club women from the New York State and New York City Federation of Women's Clubs are ready to unload them. So why don't we go see? Let's start with Mrs. Strayer. Mrs. Strayer, would you open your machine and take out some of the towels and open them up so we can have a good look at them? Right there. Ooh. Now, as you all saw, each of these machines was loaded with 6 towels, 2 cups of dirty sand, and some detergent. Kind of a mess, wouldn't you say, Mrs. Strayer?
Betty, these towels are just covered with sand.
They really are.
The bottom of the tub is full of sand.
Look at that. I don't think you'd like your wash to come out like that, would you, Mrs. Strayer?
I should say not.
I wouldn't either. Now, let's check our second agitator washer. Mrs. Naggs, would you do the same thing? Would you take your towels out and open them up so we can have a look at them?
They're dirtier than Mrs. Strayer's.
They are not a bit clean, are they? They just look terrible. I don't think we need to check the bottom of your machine for sand because I think it's all safely lodged in the towels, don't you?
All over everything.
Now, why don't we have a look at our third center post agitator machine? Mrs. Kramer, let's see if you did any better. Would you take your towels out, please, one at a time? And let's see how they look.
Oh, look at all that sand and that towel.
That is not attractive, is it?
I should say not.
And there's still sand and that, too.
Look
And
at
how about
look at that.
Yes, that seems even worse. How about
I
the bottom
think
of your machine? Is there any loose down there?
I think
Yes,
definitely.
there
Look
certainly
at all
is.
that.
Well, now, I have a suggestion. Why don't we all go and take a look at the towels that are coming out of the Westinghouse laundromat? Now, you ladies have all seen with your very own eyes just how much sand each of these center post agitator machines left in the towels. Mrs. Grantham, let's have a look at your towels, may we?
Oh, they look wonderful.
Look at that.
Oh, look at how lovely and
Isn't
white
that
is.
beautiful and
Isn't that
clean?
Beautiful.
And another one just as clean.
Isn't that wonderful?
Each one, there's not a grain of sand.
Isn't that wonderful? Look at that.
I must say I'm very impressed myself.
They are.
They all look simply wonderful. Well, now, Mrs. Grantham, I have a clean cloth here. I wonder if you would just wipe out the inside of the laundromat.
One more.
Look at that. Not a trace of sand. Well, now, ladies, you've all watched this test. We've all seen it right from beginning to end together, and you know it was completely fair and impartial, and I think I can see that you're pretty impressed with our laundromat.
Very much so.
I want to thank each of you so much for coming with us tonight.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. And as for you ladies at home, if you're in the market for an automatic washer, I'd like to suggest that you go to your Westinghouse dealer and ask him to let you see this dramatic sand test yourself. I'm sure you'll agree that the new Westinghouse laundromat with the revolving agitator will wash and rinse your clothes much better than old-fashioned center post agitator washers. And for the best in laundry equipment or any appliance, remember, you can be sure if it's Westinghouse.
Hi, Betty.
Hi.
Hi. We're all ready for the picture.
Good.
Okay. Gee, Betty, these Westinghouse royal gifts are but beautiful.
Remember, Lucy.
All right, all right. Now stand right where you are. Don't move. All right. Now 1, 2...
Oh, Betty.
Yes?
What are those?
The new Westinghouse Immersimatics. They're the complete set of automatic electric cooking appliances that wash completely underwater.
Well, quite a set. Fry pans, a griddle, a Dutch oven, a saucepan.
And with Westinghouse exclusive spread even heat, they never get hot or cold spots. Each heating element is shaped to fit its pan. Square for the fry pan, round for the saucepan, rectangular for the griddle, and look, the griddle doubles as a hot serving tray.
Oh, what a great idea.
And how about the Westinghouse Immersimatic fry pan? It cooks party foods, main meals, even desserts.
Lucy, remember, dear, the stores are waiting for our pictures.
Yeah, dear, I'll take a set, Betty.
I've got some gift wrapped.
Good. Oh, honey, look. They all work on this one control gadget. You just pull it out and you can dunk them all the way in water.
I know they're great. I've seen them. But right now we're going to take the picture.
Okay, dear, you hang on to these.
All right. 1, 2...
Hold it, Betty.
Now what?
Isn't that a beauty?
This is the new Westinghouse spoutless coffee maker. It has a convenient opening here, see? No spout, and no place for coffee oils to hide and spoil the flavor.
I'll bet it makes delicious coffee.
Oh, it does. And it's so easy to use, too. It's the first electric coffee maker that keeps completely clean. See? You can reach every part of it.
Oh, Betty, I just have to have one of those.
There you are.
Thank you.
Lucy,
Yes, sir?
I thought you weren't going to open your mouth.
Well, don't blame me. You know how she is.
All right. 1, 2...
Wait! Look at that.
This is my favorite. The new Westinghouse portable mixer. It's so light, but it's powerful enough to handle the heaviest batters. And look, you adjust the speed right here. Release the beaters like this.
Oh, that's terrific. Can I have one of these, honey?
Look, Lucy, let's get the pictures taken and I'll buy you anything you want.
Oh, thanks. What else can you suggest, Betty?
Oh, loads of things. Electric blankets, vacuum cleaners, steam and dry irons, toasters, roasters.
Gee, Westinghouse just has everything for Christmas.
I know that, but they still haven't got our pictures.
Right now, dear. Okay, Betty.
Wait a minute.
thought you were in a hurry.
Nobody can see my face.
Oh. Hey, sorry.
Thanks a lot.
Hold it. For great Christmas buys, it's Westinghouse Royal Gifts.
Over 100 to choose from, and every one a royal value.
Look for them in the stores with signs saying, Royal Gifts for the Queen of the House. With our pictures. And now I would like to tell you our next week Westinghouse Desi Playhouse. Fred, what are you doing? I'm trying to tell the folks about next
Fred,
week's
come
show.
on, give me a hand, will you?
What's going on here anyway?
Well, Ethel's been after me for a long time to get rid of this old clinker, and now that I've heard about the wonderful trade-ins going on right now, I agreed to bring this thing down to the store and see what we could get on it.
Then why aren't you helping her?
You know Ethel, don't you? What has been in here is now in there. So I thought I'd give her a chance to work it off.
Oh, you.
Come on, Ethel, I'll help you.
Well, now, there's a gentleman.
If I don't do it, I'll never get a chance to tell the people about next week's show. Don't go away, folks.
Take it easy. Don't scratch it. This thing is worth money.
Yeah, all right, Fred, all right.
Hi.
Hi. Excuse me, I gotta rush back.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
What you got there?
Well, I heard you were given big trade-in allowances.
Oh, well, you don't have to bring the old appliances in. We'll pick them up.
Oh, fine.
But you're right. We are having a big summer trade-in sale with fantastic allowances on old appliances. It's all part of Westinghouse Opportunity Days.
How much for this?
Well, I can tell by this tiny old-fashioned freezer that this refrigerator's probably about 10 years old.
And it costs plenty, too.
Well, today, this big two-door, 13-cubic-foot Westinghouse with the famous cold injector refrigerating system and frost-free automatic defrosting, plus this huge separate home freezer, not only costs less than that old one did 10 years ago, but we will give you for your old refrigerator.
You got a deal.
And right now, there are liberal trade-ins, too, on new Westinghouse ranges
Hey, look at the size of that oven.
and the new Westinghouse rollabout dishwasher with the hot water booster.
Oh, Fred, I want one.
And now, just wait till you see...
Guess who else had a trade-in?
Right over here, dear. Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Excuse me, I gotta go rest.
Now, you're right on time. I was about to tell Fred and Ethel about the wonderful buys on new Westinghouse laundromats.
Yeah, they're great, Lucy.
That they are. Right now, for up to $50 less than you paid for that 10 years ago, you can get this beautiful new Westinghouse program computer laundromat.
What's a program computer, Betty?
Well, it's like a built-in brain that automatically sets the correct wash and rinse temperature, the number of rinses and spins for the fabric you're washing.
Gee, that's wonderful.
And there's a separate program for regular fabrics, delicate fabrics, wash and wear, even a new cold water wash for sweaters and such.
And I heard you were giving big trade-in allowances, too.
Sure. For that old washer.
Yeah? Why is she whispering about the trade-ins?
Well, if everybody knew how big they are, the stores would be swamped.
Gee, Betty, with these terrific buys and trade-ins, I don't see why anybody hangs on to their old appliances.
I don't either.
I think every gal should get her husband down to their dealers during Westinghouse Opportunity Days. And say, speaking of husbands...
Look, Mommy. Now who's going to tell the people about next week's show?
Don't worry, honey. I'll figure something out. You can be sure.
Like the lady said, you can be sure if it's Westinghouse.
Now I want to tell you about our new Westinghouse Desi Playhouse, which starts next week. You know, this year, we're going to have the pleasure of being with you every week at the same time. And besides our own Lucy Desi specials with Fred, Ethel, Little Ricky, and our guest stars, we're going to bring you dramas, musicals, westerns, well, the type of shows that we hope the whole family is going to enjoy. And for our Playhouse premiere next week, we are going to be very proud to bring
Come
you...
on, dear. Hurry up.
Honey, I'm just telling the folks about next week's show.
Oh, I'm sorry. It'll just have to wait. Come on.
Where are we going?
Shopping.
Shopping? Oh, we just went through. Are you crazy or something?
I certainly am. Crazy about bargains like our Westinghouse dealers are featuring right now.
Oh, you mean the Westinghouse Desi Lucy Fiesta values?
Yeah, now come on. We're meeting the Mertzes.
When am I going to tell the folks about next week's show?
Right after we finish shopping. Come on.
Don't go away. See, Fred? The Westinghouse Desi Lucy Fiesta values.
Yeah.
To celebrate our new show.
I see.
Hey, Lucy, what are you doing?
Remember Aladdin and his magic lamp? Well, I heard that if you rub a Westinghouse refrigerator, Betty Furness will appear. It works! Hi.
Hi!
With my luck, I'd get John Cameron Swayze.
Betty, this is the refrigerator I want.
It's a good choice, Lucy. It has the famous cold injector that chills faster, and it guarantees the same low temperature throughout the refrigerator.
Oh, that's why you can keep milk in the door?
That's right.
And it's frost-free, too.
And here is the big separate home freezer. It holds 190 pounds of food.
So does Ethel.
Oh, how about that beautiful laundromat? That slant front is a Westinghouse trademark, Ethel. Makes it easy to load, so you just put your clothes on the door here.
Oh, we call it the Way to Save door. It weighs your clothes right here, and then it automatically provides exactly the amount of water needed for the size of the load. You save water and soap and money.
Fred's favorite word. Oh, Ethel. This does a great job of washing, too. Betty, you proved that with the sand test that you did so many times on TV. Yes, that sand test really sold me.
Yeah. Only the Westinghouse laundromat. Washes cleaner, rinses better, and even cleans itself.
Yes, Westinghouse thinks of everything. See, Fred? These cooking units plug out, so it's easier to clean than any other range.
And these two ovens can cook a banquet.
And cook it good, too.
Right.
Look at that.
Hey, Ethel, look, here's a new Westinghouse rollabout dishwasher just like mine. I call it Lucy's Little Helper. I'd love one. That's great.
That's right, Desi. This Westinghouse television set has new automatic tuning. Just press that bar, and automatically your channel comes in crystal clear.
How about that?
Like it.
And look, fellas, here are the new Westinghouse Stereo Fidelity consoles.
Oh, they're beautiful.
And right now, to celebrate Westinghouse and Desi and Lucy getting together, your Westinghouse dealer's having a gala fiesta with really big buys on all these wonderful products.
That's right, it's the Westinghouse Desi Lucy Fiesta values.
Look for the stores with the fiesta decorations.
And these signs in the doors and windows.
Oh, we're having a gala fiesta. It's a Desi and Lucy fiesta. When a Westinghouse buys at the fiesta.
Here's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience, it comes apart. Add additional ingredients, if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
It's only 10 1/2 inches high.
stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself.
Make party spreads.
Great cabbage heads. Blend a meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?